In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to configure single sign-on in Salesforce. By the end, you'll have SAML support enabled, which is the foundation for connecting Salesforce to your identity provider so users can sign in with one set of credentials. You'll need admin permissions for this, and I recommend doing this in a sandbox or with a second browser tab open so you don't accidentally lock yourself out while testing later. Start by signing into your Salesforce org. Once you're in, head to the main settings area. In most Salesforce interfaces, you can find this by selecting the gear icon in the top right and opening the Setup or Settings home. If you see an option to open the advanced setup experience, go ahead and open that now. This brings you into the full administrative console where all security and authentication settings live. With the Setup console open, look for the search or quick find box along the left. Type single sign-on to quickly locate the single sign-on settings page. This is where Salesforce centralizes SSO controls and shows you whether SAML is available to be enabled. Open the single sign-on settings page and click Edit. Editing allows you to turn on the protocols Salesforce will accept for federated authentication. Here, check the box labeled SAML enabled. SAML, or Security Assertion Markup Language, is the most common standard for enterprise SSO. Enabling it doesn't immediately force users to log in via SSO. It simply allows Salesforce to accept SAML assertions once you add a connection to your identity provider. That means it's safe to enable now while you prepare the rest of your configuration. After selecting SAML enabled, click Save. You should see a confirmation that your changes were saved successfully. At this point, Salesforce can participate in SAML-based single sign-on. The next part of your project, which you'll handle from this same area later, is adding your identity provider details, things like the issuer, entity ID, and certificate, so Salesforce knows how to trust and validate incoming sign-in requests. But for now, you've completed the essential platform step, turning on SAML support. A few quick tips as you wrap up. Keep an admin session open while you test SSO in another browser or an incognito window, so you always have a way back in. Document the change and communicate with your security team so they can provide the correct metadata or certificates. And if you use multiple environments, mirror this setting in each one to keep configurations consistent. That's it. SAML is enabled, and you're ready for full SSO configuration when your identity provider details are in hand.